The last few weeks of August, and essentially summer, are among us. Soon the leaves will be turning their crimson red and bright orange. As much as I can't wait for the autumn season to arrive in all her glory, today I'm grabbing my apron and making something to help celebrate what's left of this season. Jane Watson Hopping has become one of my favorite authors. If you enjoy nostalgic stories of farm and family life in the early 1900s, mixed with art and recipes, you may need to grab a copy of her books. They're out of print, but you can find them on Amazon, thrift books, and of course, eBay. I decided to make her lemon biscuit recipe from the Many Blessings cookbook, which is actually more of an autumn cookbook, but I thought this biscuit recipe was the perfect recipe to give summer its last hurrah. Here I'm sifting a total of 2 cups of flour. I added 1 cup at a time to my sifter. Then you add 2 teaspoons baking powder and half a teaspoon of salt and sift again. And then taking 1/4 cup of butter that's chilled, you're going to cut that into the flour using a pastry cutter or your fingers. Next, you need 3 teaspoons lemon zest, which is about 1 to 2 lemons, depending on their size. We're going to put 1.5 teaspoons in our flour mixture and blend well. Next, you need 2/3 cup of milk. We use A2 whole milk in our house. And you'll add that all at once to the flour mixture and blend until a soft dough is formed. Then onto a lightly floured surface, you're going to knead the dough for less than a minute, turning about 5 times. Next, you're going to roll the dough 1/4 of an inch and cut with a 1.5 inch floured biscuit cutter. For this recipe, I decided to get out my heart-shaped biscuit cutters, and I actually do not recommend doing that. Later in the recipe, it calls to put half of the biscuits into muffin cups. That will make sense later in the video, but let's just say I don't think you can put this shape into muffin cups. and it ended up kind of working, but not like it should. It looks great, but not quite how it should be. In a bowl, you're going to combine 1/4 cup sugar, 1/4 teaspoon of lemon juice, and the remaining 1.5 teaspoons of the lemon zest. And you're going to add enough lemon juice just to make a crumbly texture. This is when you're going to place half of the biscuits in prepared muffin cups. Here I just placed half of the biscuits onto a lined cookie sheet, and then you're going to spread with 1/3 cup melted butter, which I actually forgot to do. But I'm hoping that's okay because they still turned out just fine. And after you have this step down, you're going to top it off with the remaining biscuits, and you're going to press lightly together and then cook in the oven for about 8 to 10 minutes at 450 degrees. While the biscuits are cooling, we're gonna go do a little bit of cleaning up in the guest room. We recently had a guest, and I need to get the bed turned over for some new guests that are coming soon. After I make the bed, I make sure the side table and the bookshelf in the room are dusted. years ago, when I was 34, I started reading the Little House books, which I know I'm really late to the game, but I really fell in love with it, and the top of this shelf is kind of a nod to that era. And then, of course, after everything is dusted, the vacuuming can begin. Yes, I do keep this a 4-foot faux Christmas tree in our guest room all year round. I stuck some roses in there that are both real and fake. The real ones are dried, and it just adds a nice little cozy glow that I just did not want to get rid of. Now that the biscuits are cooled down and the cleaning is done, it is time to grab a glass of sweet tea and put our little lemon ice cubes in and enjoy.